So, hello friends. We have been talking about how to prepare for civil services examination, and in this I have spoke about why not to read materials and current affairs. So in that you may have certain doubts as to how do you prepare. This doubt is actually true because many suggest these materials and current affairs. So how do you go about these things amidst all this noise? And I will accept and agree to the fact that there is an issue of what to say, uh, panic which sets in the last moments of the preparation. Like, for example, this is February, so March will be okay. April and all, you will start having this panic, and students will start finding these history. So, for example, NCRT book is there, medieval India, modern India, these things will start to look a little difficult. I agree to that. And hence, what students do is that they go to some material. The second factor is also this fear of missing out. You have or you are who you are surrounded by. This, I believe this very closely. It's not like we cannot be superhuman and, come above the group that we are in. And most often students are in this study hall and they see you are what you see and what you hear and what you think. That is why Buddha and Gandhiji would have talked about right thinking, right knowledge, and right view. See, Gandhiji would have said, "Kettadai kekkade, kettadai paakade, kettadai pesade." Why? It is because that influences the thought process that you have. And the fear of missing out, what I mean is that you will you will start having this fear of missing out. What will happen when you look at people also reading? See, and one point is that it's a cascading effect. One person will say this material, and again this is going to increase. This whole sound will increase. But again, so I understand that. The first point, I also understand that the fear is there. It's going to be there. It's a huge book. How do you revise and many things. The second is this fear of missing out. Third, you have many of the toppers suggesting so many things, and humans live by, trust. We don't, you see, we are an animal based on trust. We don't go by this logic of each and everything we have to analyze. This is the fact, this is the reason, and hence we have to reason it out. No, we go by this logic of intuition, not intuition, intuition manufactured by faith and trust. We have started this habit from the day one. We started. Uh, so when father and mother say go cross the road, we cross the road. We don't see left or right. Same way as we grow as adults, we look upon some people who we actually accept as our guider, guiding phenomena or something like that. In civil services, that mostly happens to be people who have already cleared. So they also sometimes suggest these materials and the current affairs and things like that. I agree to all these points, but let me keep my logic of why I keep on saying this point of do not read these materials and current affairs. You will have fancy materials, fancy materials, colorful materials. They will say that, look at how colorful it is. We have given pictures, we have given lines. Understand this very clearly. Those are cut copy pasted from the standard books which you and I have it. You have NCRT, I have NCRT. NCRT books are prepared by standard professors who are, who are very high level knowledge. They are in the panel, they prepare the NCRT and they give it to us. These materials which you get, from the market or from whoever gives you are actually cut, copy, pasted from that book. So they give you one line for you to make you understand that this is simplified version. It is not simplified. It is actually making you passive. I'll give you an example. See, the problem is that, okay, some question you may have found. For example, what is that? This time, not this time. I think last time, I think maybe I'll put the question as well. You can check it. Alexandria. See, Alexandria, they are given many other people who are there. The answer is four things were given. They are archaeologists. Okay. The problem arises when you don't find this name in NCRT. You immediately panic and you think about where do I go find the answer for Alexandria. So the answer is in books. Okay, but here the common perception in civil services examination is that you should not read books. So immediately you panic and you think about how do I answer when a question like that comes. When this material is pumped in, this material comes and they get pumped in saying that, see, look at this material, we have all these things listed down, but it has been added after the question has been given. It was not added before the question had been given. This is the concept of a material. The material is just an addition that they keep on making, cut, copy, pasted from a book. Okay. Now, what is the solution for this? You can ask me. See, the point is that at least I get the information from the material. That at least is making us dormant. Understand this very clearly. Instead of reading from the material, you could take that question, you could analyze who this Alexander Ria is. You could see that this person was responsible for excavation in the south. For example, there is, I see, when I excavated, I found out that this person was responsible for deciphering the texts which are there in Kailasanathan, the temple which is there in Kanjipuram. There is a Kailasanatha temple, Pallava dynasty. He has deciphered that, and he has spoke about how there is a fight between Chalukyas and Pallavas. There was a Chalukya king who comes and hits Pallavas, and he goes back and he does not destroy this what is that Kailasanatha temple while going back. He had the start of destroying it because his father, that is the Pallavas' father, Nandivarman, destroyed the Chalukya king. So his son comes for revenge, but he does not destroy Kailasanathar temple. This description is there in Kannada language in Kailasanathar temple in one of the pillars. This Alexander Ria was supposed to be a person who deciphered that. There is James Prinsep. So James Prinsep was deciphering Ashoka's stupas and the rock edicts, which before which we never knew that this kind of a person existed. So they asked about James Prinsep. You can ask me this doubt. See, you may know this. How do I know? I knew by reading books only. No, I read NCRT. I read the books. After that, Romila Thapar, I read. You don't have to read it. I also don't suggest that. But going towards the material will dumb down you. Okay, you will see color things are not good things. If something is colorful, it does not mean that it is going to make your life colorful, especially in reading things. Reading things should be an active thing. How do I go about is that again I'll put maybe both the questions I'll put. James Prinsep they have asked. Alexander Ria they have asked. Uh, okay, let us assume that it is not in the NCRT. Okay, but all means archaeological survey of India and the people who are there, Alexander Cunningham and Oriental Society. Both these things are there in the book. These are all members of this. Just it. You should have now what you do is that Oriental Society of India, Archaeological Society of India, it is there. You come to Wikipedia, you can check. See, the information that I shared right now, some things I read in some book, some things I read in Wikipedia. Okay. Wikipedia is some source. So you can ask me, see, how well do I accept Wikipedia? Now you can ask the doubts to chat GPT. Now you can ask the chat, many other A is there, perplexity is there. You can ask the doubts there for the questions that you do not know the answer. You should look for answers in the books. Next, come to, if you are not able to find the answers there, come to Wikipedia, come to the AI, artificial intelligence, and find the answers. Merely collection of material. See, collect books. Okay, it is going to help you like anything in the next 10 years. Collecting materials, colorful things, just picked from somewhere, given in one line, without any head and tail, will make us passive. Are we going to become a passive, subservient observer of things, or are we going to become civil servants? Civil servants are people who have to have active involvement in policy making. How are you going to make a policy when we are just mere recipients? I don't say that you don't go and see all these things. What I am trying to say is that at a young age, so you all might be 24, 25, 26, maximum 26, okay? You may think that these are all new information, but you do not know the fact that these are information right there in the book. Once you start doing this, you stop exploring. Okay, there is a code. Uh, I do not know whether you know this code, but I forgot. I see the exact name of the person. I forgot. He says that men die at 25. Okay, men die at 25. They are just merely being buried at 75. Okay, meaning is that, see, at 25 we stop learning. At 25 we start this curiosity. The world becomes as we know everything. Okay, we know everything. This is enough. This is enough. We stop exploring. That means, the poet is saying is that means that we have died on that day. We are just being, barely burying factor is in 75. Are we going to be like that? In civil services, as I told you, I understand the point of, and again, finally, it's not about, see, this point is not about you reading or this and that. It's about clearing this exam. Okay. I understand this very well. So that's the motto, or that's the philosophy that I speak in also. And that's why I said, don't read materials. My problem is not with, this materials be making you passive, and you not looking at the question paper and not going to Wikipedia, which you should do. My problem with this is that it is not going to help you clear also, because the next question paper that they are going to give are will not, the material will not contain that. Your active exploration might lead you to the question that they ask. Okay. But again, I understand there will be a problem. There is going to be this April where you will start finding, this whole pattern little difficult. I agree. And hence, what I suggest is that books will be there. It's very difficult to go to, maybe, okay. For example, what is that book? The book on polity, the book on geography. It's very difficult. So for which you need to have some synapsized version of. So see, this notes, I don't, agree, but I had this book. This, I have said it already also. I do not know whether it comes as a correct reflection, but I'll read it. General knowledge, Arihant publication. See, look at the year. I got it in 2012. This is the publication. See, in this many things, see, history and all, look at it. Okay, history and all. Last minute, okay, Vijayanagara Empire, Bahamani Kingdom. The diagram is there. All these things are in the book. Okay, everything is there. So whatever you need, regulating act. Uh, it also contains geography. It also contains history. It also contains science. It also this is what, from that moment till 2019, I had it. I used to revise it in the last moment. So when I am scared and I'm not able to read the books because medieval India and all becomes very daunting in the last moment, I used to read this. I used to revise with this. And revision that I had given in the book side. These things will be enough. If I keep on collecting materials, it is helpful for the person who is doing that. Because, see, there may be a material for Lakshmikant. There may be a material for spectrum. Understand it, spectrum or the point of modern India, that book itself is a material. Like this book, spectrum is like this book, it itself is a material. They have chapters, spectrum has chapters in the end, synopsizing their chapter. First point, it itself is a material, it itself is a synopsized point which you should read. See, spectrum you should read, then only you will understand modern India, you can get good scores. The point I'm saying is that they have a synopsized version in the last. Now the problem is that when you have material for a material, okay, when you have material for a material, this happens in optional paper a lot. You know, toppers have this concept of not only toppers. See, anyone who has written mains will know that they have notes. Okay, we will take notes for writing this exam. Everybody has this. What happens is that they convert that into a book. Okay, it's a material, it's not a book. Book has to have, for example, a head and a tail. This is a problem which I found in anthropology, which I teach. Anthropology has a book, standard prescribed book, which has very clear explanation in a very flowing, lovely way with all the points. X point is there. What students do is that instead of reading that book, they go to the material because some topper would have written. See, it's not written, it's actually the notes that they collect at the end of the day. This is a habit in civil services, sharing of notes. See, notes is for your understanding. It does not make any sense to me whether how this came, what this came, and all. You get it from books. Finally, when you come, you can get a picture from things like this. This is enough for prelims. Same way, do it for other subjects also. Uh, Please think about this very clearly. This is February. Now, this noise, this, see, I do not know whether you know this. It's very simple psychology. The basic thing to do to sell something is to make you scared. See, if I make you scared, I can sell you anything. But the point is that why do you have to be scared when you have this exam in front of you? The exam is in front of you. Previous year question analysis is what is important. Your books is important. I agree. April, the books will get daunting. This is in front of me. Previous year question, the analysis, the books, and this thing which I showed you, Arihant publication for all the subjects. See, it's for science. This is look at it. It's constitution. How the passage of bills. Everything is here. This one small book is here. This at the last moment is there. Uh, when you and then you write test regularly 1 week at a time and analyze your score. And you prepare this exam with your full heart and go through in the correct direction. If you can do that, how is this exam going to get missed? Do not cherry pick some particular question and worry about that question a lot. I have been saying this repeatedly. There may be 100 questions, but your job is not 100 questions. Your job is to complete the cutoff. The cutoff is 44 questions. 44 means 88 marks. 100 questions, one question you pick and say that this is not in this book, so I'm not going to read this book, I'm going to read the material. That material came after that question paper. That material did not come before the question paper. This is the scenario right now. I want you to understand it very clearly. I have nothing against any material. I have full heart for the students who are there because I was there as a student. I was there preparing. I know this exam very well. I know the people who cleared very well. You can see, you can go talk to them personally, not in an, the stopper stock and all. You go to them personally to their chamber. Not chamber meaning is that where they read. You can look at the books that they have, there will be previous year question. Okay, there will be previous year question. They would have analyzed it. I see, I cleared 8 times prelims. I have been to the interview multiple times, I can tell you with 100% confidence. A person, not 100. 1000% confidence in whatever I have read. I can tell you with assurance, materials does not clear this exam. Previous year question analysis does, not the reading of answers. You cannot read an answer and you cannot clear this exam. Analysis does. James Princip has been a question who deciphered, what is that? The Ashoka Stupas. Alexander Ria is a question. That means that ASI, Archaeological Society of India, Asiatic Society of India, who were they? What was the reason for them? How did they end up in 1924 Indus Valley Civilization excavation? Alexander Cunningham, I forgot the name of the person who discovered it in 1924. This is the 100th year. When I do this, I will understand this time this may be a question. If I go to a materials are so many in the market. It may seem like good things to you, initially, but it is actually stopping you from this progression and curiosity, which is going to help you clear. As I said, if you have to clear this exam, analyze previous year question in the way I said. Do not become a passive recipient of some material. Become an active person who is able to analyze, critically think, and get the point of your seat yourself. It's in your hand. Don't give it to any other person. You can do it with previous year question. You can ask anybody who has cleared, anyone. Okay, they may say that they read this material, they read that material, but look at the same thing. Look at their overlapping thing. Each person would say one material, one book. Okay, not the book. Book is the same. Actually, if you see, book will be the same. Lakshmikant, all will be the same. They would say different materials which help them clear. But come and see the core structure. The core structure is like the DNA that you and I have. No, it has this previous year question. This has this core books. This is what helped them clear. It may appear as this material, that material. No, now 3 months are there. Sit and analyze the question paper along with the book. Last month will be a problem for this. Use small notes, things like this. Or if you have notes which you trust, you can have. Why did I trust this? Means this publication, they just include everything that they have been asked. So one word it was there. I use this. It's very simple. Go about this exam as a person with curiosity. Do not become a dormant recipient. There will be so many noise coming to you from different direction. I'll end this video saying it again. Previous year question analysis, not the answer. Don't think that just by reading an answer, you will be able to write an answer in the examination hall. Analyze it. Who is James Princip? Who is Alexander Ria? Why did they come to India? What relation that they had it with Ashoka and Pallava? By that, we will learn history and we will also learn that we will become civil servants one day. I wish you all the best and success. Thank you for watching. All the best.